Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're now delighted to be joined over the telephone by our guest for the afternoon, Mr. Abdellatif Wahba, the journalist. It's a very good afternoon to you, sir.
Good afternoon.
Thank you very much, Mr. Abdellatif, for your time. Now, of course, we've seen President Abdel Sisi addressing the opening session of the 12th World Urban Forum, which is being held in Cairo. And during his address, the President spoke about the opportunity that this forum is to exchange views over facing urban challenges, as well as supporting sustainable development within the 2030 agenda. This is very important, Mr. Abdellatif. How do you see, Cairo being a fitting choice for hosting such a significant global event, specifically focusing on urban development?
As you know, it comes in a critical time, even in concerning the climate changes or challenges, and at the same time the political conflict in the area.
Mm-hmm.
So President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, during his speech, said that this event will contribute to achieve sustainable development and developing approaches to building better cities and improving the life of the millions of inhabitants in main cities, not only in Egypt but also all over the world. The issue, of course, is one of the particular importance, and they give unprecedented challenge confronting cities and the communities today. At the same time, as you know, that this edition of the World Urban Forum comes to modernize the standard of life of the people in every place. And as you know, that Egypt during the last 4 or 5 years established over 37 new cities in in Egypt, in many provinces. This is, of course, to attract the people to move from the valley to these new cities. And at the same time, as you know, that establishing these cities creates a number of logistics services and infrastructures for the people. For example, it can be beside the new industrial zones or industrial area in Egyptian province, and create a community for the people, and with providing it with main infrastructures like health, like education, and other public utilities, and so on.
Right, Mr. Abdellatif, let me ask you a very important question now. How do you see this forum as showcasing or serving as a platform to showcase Egyptian expertise, to promote its urban development expertise, like building materials, from industry to international markets as well?
Yeah, of course. When you created the new cities, for example,
yes.
You can serve for the logistic areas and industries. These industries are established to meet the local demand. This is first one, and secondly, you can use its product for export to the other African countries or to the other countries in in East Asia and also European countries. For example, when they established, for example, Tushka and New Mania and so on,
Yes.
they exploited their area in some new agricultures, especially in sugar beets and so on. And they establish at the same time factories, so they can fabricate its output for local to meet local demands or to provide it for the local markets, and they exporting a part of it to the other countries,
yes.
especially in the Gulf area.
Absolutely.
This can be also applied to other agri-products like fruits, like citrus and so on, that Egypt has characteristics in this field, and they exported it to the East Asia. This is also another important point.
Indeed. Mr. Abdellatif, let me quickly ask you before we run out of time, some of the opportunities that will be provided for Egypt from this forum with regards to creating opportunities for Egyptian companies to network and establish more partnerships and exporting opportunities, etc. How do you see such a forum important for partnerships as well as networking really across borders?
First of all, let us remember or say what President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi said during his inaugurations of the forum, when he said that Egypt has a remarkable resilience and
yes.
achieving success over the past years in the constructions and the urban development. And at the same time, the visions, Egypt visions to 2030 has a significant initiatives and a larger scale projects that has been implemented primarily in some sectors like decent life initiatives for rural development and urban renewal, takaful and karama. For also they supported the people and improved their standard of life in not only in Upper Egypt but also in all the Egyptian provinces.
Absolutely. Mr. Abdellatif, finally, how do you see such an event also impacting on other issues like local business, for example, service sectors, even tourism during and after the forum?
Of course, as you know that Egypt exploited the event at the same time for promoting for the Egyptians tourism, for example, and at the same time they exhibited another activities, not only economic activities but also cultural and historical activities.
Yes.
When they presented different kind of the Egyptian traditions, especially in traditions, in foods, and also on all sectors they participated, or let the all different other sectors to participate in this event. It is a promotion for the Egyptian life, even in rural area and urban, and also for the tourism of monuments, and also for the Egyptian cultures.
Absolutely. On that note, I'd like to thank you very, very much, Mr. Abdellatif Wahba, our journalist and our guest for the afternoon. Thank you very much, sir, for your time and your insight, and for joining us here on Now TV's coverage of this very important event. Of course, the World Urban Forum represents a pinnacle, really, of global engagement on urbanization and sustainable development, which serves as a vital platform for collective reflection and action. Do stay tuned right after the hour's top stories for our continued coverage here on Now TV International.